Spider-Man: Brand New Day. A film that asked Peter Parker to do the one thing harder than fighting villains: letting go. Directed by Destin Daniel Cretton, fresh off Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, this 2026 entry isn't just another Spider-Man sequel. It's a reset, a grieving process, and a reinvention all rolled into one. And it might be the bravest Spider-Man film Sony and Marvel have ever made together. Let's break it down. Number 1. The memory wipe and what it really means. At the end of No Way Home, Doctor Strange's spell erased Peter Parker from the world's memory. Everyone forgot him. MJ, Ned, Happy Hogan, the entire world. Brand New Day doesn't dodge this or handwave it away. It builds the entire film around it. Peter is Spider-Man full-time now, but Peter Parker doesn't exist to anyone. He fights crime in a world that doesn't remember him, and the loneliness is suffocating. The opening sequence makes this visceral. We see Peter swinging through the city, saving people who will never know his name, stopping crimes that will never be attributed to him. He's a ghost in his own city. The first 10 minutes have almost no dialogue. It's just Peter, alone, doing what he does, with no one to come home to. That silence is the film's thesis statement. Number 2. The character transformation. This is the most important beat in the film, and Cretton handles it with remarkable restraint. Peter is changing. The pressure of isolation, of watching his old friends move on without him, is pushing him somewhere dark. Not villain dark, something more subtle and more frightening. He's becoming someone who doesn't care if he gets hurt. Not because he's brave, but because he's stopped valuing himself. There's a scene about 40 minutes in where Peter takes a beating from a group of ordinary thugs and doesn't fight back. He just lets them hit him. It's not a fight scene. It's a cry for help. The film asks, what happens when a hero's identity isn't just secret, but erased? When the person behind the mask starts disappearing too? Cretton doesn't rush this transformation. You see it in small moments, the way Peter hesitates before helping someone, the way he watches MJ from across a coffee shop and doesn't approach, the way his apartment is bare, no photos, no personal items, as if he's slowly erasing himself. Number 3. The invisible villain. The marketing kept this under wraps, and for good reason. The antagonist is literally unseen, a powerful villain no one can perceive. Not invisible like Sue Storm. Invisible like he doesn't register in your mind. You can look right at him and your brain just skips over him. This isn't just a visual trick or a cool power. It's a thematic mirror. Peter is invisible to the world. His villain is invisible to everyone. They're parallels, two sides of the same coin, both unseen, both struggling to be acknowledged, both dealing with erasure in different ways. The fight scenes are genuinely terrifying because you're fighting something you can't look at directly. Cretton borrows from horror cinema here. The camera suggests the villain's presence through environmental cues. Objects move, shadows shift, walls crack, and you never see what caused it. The first confrontation between Peter and the villain is a masterclass in tension. Peter's spider sense goes haywire, but he can't locate the threat. He's getting hit from nowhere. It's the most frightening Spider-Man fight scene ever filmed. Number 4. Tom Holland's performance. This is the most mature Peter Parker we've gotten from him, and it's not even close. Holland drops the wide-eyed teenager energy that defined his earlier performances and plays Peter as someone who's been through loss and is quietly, deeply angry about it. Not loud angry. The kind of anger that manifests as withdrawal, as self-neglect, as putting yourself in danger because you've decided you don't matter anymore. The scene where Peter finally tells someone, anyone, his name, is devastating. Not because of what he says, but because of how long it takes him to say it. He's in a diner. He's been going there for weeks. The waitress knows his order. He's never told her his name. And one day, he just says it. Peter. My name is Peter. The restraint in Holland's voice work here is remarkable. He doesn't cry. He doesn't break down. He just says it, like it's the hardest thing he's ever done. Because it is. Number 5. Zendaya's MJ in the coffee shop scene. She's not in much of the film, maybe 15 minutes total, but her presence shapes everything. The coffee shop scene is the film's emotional core. Peter is sitting at a table. MJ walks in. She orders. She sits at the next table over. She doesn't look at him. She doesn't know him. She's happy. She's living a life that doesn't include him, and she's fine. Cretin holds on Zendaya's face long enough for the audience to feel Peter's grief in their bones. She laughs at something on her phone. She sips her coffee. She gets up and leaves. Peter watches the whole thing and doesn't move. The writing makes the right choice here. This isn't a romantic reunion story. It's not about winning her back. It's about letting someone go because you love them. Because the spell that saved the multiverse required Peter to lose everything, and the film respects that sacrifice by not undoing it. Number 6. Destin Daniel Cretton's direction. Coming from Shang-Chi, Cretton brings a martial arts precision to the action sequences, but more importantly, he brings emotional intimacy. The fight scenes in Brand New Day aren't just spectacles, they're character reveals. Every punch Peter throws carries the weight of someone fighting to prove he still matters. The camera stays close, handheld, personal. This isn't the polished, sweeping, drone-shot Spider-Man of John Watts. It's rawer, messier, more human. Cretton clearly studied what made the Daredevil Netflix series work. The action feels physical, painful, consequential. When Peter gets thrown through a wall, you feel it. The color grading is also notably different from the previous trilogy, cooler, desaturated, with the warm golden tones reserved only for memory sequences. It's a subtle but effective way to visually distinguish past from present, hope from grief. Number 7. Mark Ruffalo's Hulk as mentor. Bruce Banner appears as a mentor figure, and the casting is inspired. Banner is a man who also lost control of his identity, who also knows what it means to have two selves that don't align, who has also been erased and rewritten by forces beyond his control. His scenes with Peter are quiet, dialogue-heavy, and deeply earned. Ruffalo plays Banner with a weariness that fits perfectly. He's the only person in Peter's life who understands what he's going through because he's been there himself. There's a moment where Banner tells Peter, "You can't make people remember you. But you can remember yourself." It's the line that turns the film. It's the moment Peter stops disappearing. Number 8. John Bernthal and the question of survival. Bernthal brings his trademark intensity to every frame he's in. His character serves as the pragmatic counterpoint to Peter's idealism, someone who's seen what happens when heroes don't know when to stop, when sacrifice becomes self-destruction instead of heroism. The tension between them isn't about morality or strategy. It's about survival. Bernthal's character asks Peter a question that hangs over the entire third act. Are you fighting because people need you, or are you fighting because you don't know how to stop? It's a question the film never explicitly answers, and that's the right choice. Number 9. The visual language of erasure. The film uses negative space deliberately and systematically. Frames are often half-empty, with Peter pushed to the edges of the composition, visually reinforcing his erasure from the world. Production designer May Birnbaum and cinematographer Brent White created a visual grammar where absence is a character. The color palette shifts from warm memories, golden hour lighting, amber tones, soft focus, to cold blues and grays as Peter isolates further. The spider suit is darker, more worn, with visible stitching and patches. This isn't the shiny Tony Stark design suit from Homecoming. This is Peter's, made by hand, imperfect, held together with thread and determination. It's the suit of someone who can't afford a new one and doesn't think he deserves one. Number 10. The sound design. This deserves its own mention because it's extraordinary. The film's soundscape shifts as Peter's isolation deepens. Early in the film, the city is loud, traffic, voices, music, life. As Peter withdraws, the city gets quieter. Ambient sounds fade. By the third act, Peter's scenes are nearly silent except for his breathing and the wind. The villain's scenes have an unsettling sub-bass hum that you feel more than hear. Composer Dan Romer contributed a score that's minimal and atmospheric, never swelling or triumphant. The music doesn't tell you how to feel. It creates space for you to feel it yourself. Number 11. The final shot. No spoilers, but the film ends on a quiet moment. Not a cliffhanger. Not a battle. Not a post-credits tease. Just Peter, alone on a rooftop, looking at the city he protects. The world doesn't know his name. He's okay with that now. The transformation is complete. He's accepted being invisible because he's finally remembered himself. The camera pulls back slowly, the city lights glow below, and the screen fades to black. It's the most emotionally resonant ending in any Spider-Man film, and it earns every second of silence. Spider-Man: Brand New Day is a film about grief, identity, and the cost of being forgotten. It's the most character-driven Spider-Man